live from Steths. Of course, it's all about the RJR Gleaner Cross Country Invasion 2019, and of course the power of 12 plus. We are in Region 3, and right now we're catching up with the very distinguished principal of this noble institution, Mr. Keith Wellington. And of course, yeah, good afternoon to you, sir. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. Thanks to you for coming. Yes. And I'm doing well.
You look like a very easygoing principal. You don't like nothing but you.
I try to not let those hard times be difficult for me. So yes, I may be seen as easygoing.
Yeah, you can't know when a principal is miserable. You just look easygoing.
I'm not sure that is necessarily a good thing.
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing because you're result oriented, and from we step into the school, the whole aesthetics of the school very clean. The students are very orderly. I love their uniform. They look like students. You know, I don't see anybody skirt or we call it now the dress, the tuning. They look tight and all them stuff. They look well mannered, well groomed as young ladies and young men. That's a good sign. I don't see nobody with a rag over there, and rag in them pocket. You don't agree there? When them have the rag catch out in the pocket, I don't like it at all.
We're trying our best to get them to understand what their social responsibilities are. As a school, we understand that it's not just about being able to repeat something that someone wrote in a book 10 years ago, but actually fitting in as valuable and members of society. And we have our challenges like everywhere else, but we are trying.
How long have you been principal of this institution?
Getting to be a long time now. This is my 11th year.
No man, that early man. That early man, you just go. When you hear about principal, you're talking about some 35 and 40 years, you know. So 11 years, you didn't touch the threshold yet, you know. Which teacher is here the longest? Based on your knowledge.
Mrs. Holness, who is one of the vice principals.
She was here with us earlier.
Yes.
Yes.
And she's actually a past student too, so she has spent almost her entire
life. That is notable. See her right now, listen. Hi, Mrs. Holness. No man, them for name all of the classroom them are for you. Holness grade 9, Holness grade 10, Holness grade 11. What are some of your achievements to date, necessarily in academics or the sports or other areas, you know? What are some of the achievements of the school to date?
Other than the fact that we have been able to continue our progress steadily over an extended period of time, which I think in itself is an achievement. When you can improve from day to day, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, but it suggests that you're getting somewhere. Yes. So I think that for me as a principal, my greatest achievement so far has been the fact that we continue to improve year after year, not just in terms of academics, but in almost every sphere we are improving. We know that discipline is one of the major problems in society now.
Yes.
We have our challenges where discipline is concerned, but I'm proud of my students because I think that they try. They have to face the challenge of what is outside around them when they go through the school gate. The norms that are outside is not necessarily the same thing that we expect of them on the campus. So when they are able to live up to our expectations outside of the walls of the school, that makes us proud. So just getting by from day to day and seeing our students improve, I think that is an achievement for us.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know in terms of the arts as well, you know, how are you in terms of the arts? I know that TVJ, the All Together thing, you guys come up from time to time, school challenge quiz as well, and those stuff?
We have not done as well as I think we can in either school challenge quiz or All Together sing. We have performed and we have done creditably in terms of our actual performance from time to time, but we have not done as well as I think that we can. In terms of specific areas that we would have done well in, we are a technical high school, so those areas related to job skills, we do exceptionally well in those areas. Industrial technology, home ec, agricultural science, physical education and sport, business, those areas we do well both on the academic side as well as the practical side.
Yes.
So for example, you spoke about coming here today and seeing the grade 7 students having a luncheon.
Right.
If you came in, you would have recognized that the place was set up beautifully and they were being served. All of this were done by students in the 6th form program who are studying tourism. So they did the catering for the meals and the serving and so on. And we do very well academically, but we try to emphasize to our students that nobody employs anyone for what they know. People are employed for what they can do. So even if you want to be a lawyer or a doctor and it requires a high level of academic performance, the fact is that a good lawyer is someone who is able to argue well, not just be able to read a case and repeat what the case says. He has to be able to argue. Similarly with a doctor, he requires good motor skills. So we try and encourage all our students to do practical subject areas along with the academics. Beautiful. So if you want to, I say to them, if you want, I don't know any rich doctor. I know doctors who are rich because they are business.
Rich or which doctor?
Rich.
Okay.
They are rich.
We're better on the books now. No. I want to make sure the pronunciation good.
Rich doctors. Rich doctors. I say to them that these doctors or lawyers, they accumulate wealth by using their earnings from those fields to supplement their businesses. So when if you come to Steths and you want to be a doctor, we say to them, go and learn carpentry, go and learn plumbing, go and learn something else that somewhere along the line when you are practicing medicine or practicing law and you want to start your business, you will have an idea of the skill sets that are required in that particular business.
What are some of the challenges for you to date in terms of infrastructure or material? Any challenges?
Yes, I think that our biggest challenge is as it relates to our equipment that we use to teach technology. Technology changes very rapidly, and we have equipment that would have been here for 20-25 years. We are not able to replenish our labs as frequently as we ought to. And so I think that is where our biggest challenge, because we need modern equipment to teach our students. We don't want them to go out in the world of work pretending as if they are trained in a particular area, and when they are exposed to the equipment.
Be more specific in the areas where the equipment are obsolete. Be more specific so that, well-thinking Jamaicans listening now who wants to help the school can help the school. What are the areas of deficiencies?
The industrial technology here, so welding, carpentry, electrical and installation and electronics, auto mechanics, plumbing. To a lesser extent, the food and nutrition equipment labs are a little bit more up to date. But for agricultural science, we have one greenhouse. We are not able to do the extensive farming that we normally do across 5, 6, 7, 8 acres. So what we want to do is to teach agricultural science with the technology in mind. So we wouldn't mind being able to have 3, 4 greenhouses instead of the one that we currently have.
All right. Well, the word is out. Thank you so much, Mr. Keith Wellington, principal here at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. We call it Steths.